All right, so this is a drill that you should and could be doing at every single level of tennis that you're playing. This is the one up, one back drill. So you basically have one person at the baseline, you have one person at the net, and it's a mostly cooperative drill where you're trying to hit back and forth. Person at the baseline is mixing up height of the ball, how hard they're hitting the ball, how much spin, nothing too crazy, basically dealer's choice. And the person at the net is working on just making sure their weight's going forward, they're in the right grip, they're controlling the volleys, and they're putting them back to a place where the baseliner actually can get them. Yeah, pretty simple. All right, so as you can see what I'm trying to do, I'm really trying to keep my racket head up. I keep my racket head slightly favoring my backhand side because that's going to cover a majority of the shots that I'm taking is on my backhand side. It's a lot easier to play defense with this than to try and come in with our forehand. Another thing that I'm trying to do, I'm trying to work into the court, okay? I keep saying this over and over, but keeping our weight going forward through our shots is super important. Used to have a big problem with that on the backhand side where you want to hit and you kind of want to fall back, you want to fall away from the shot, but actually keeping your weight going in through that shot is extremely important for getting a clean and connecting volley. Something that I was having a bit of trouble there on my forehand side, I was just turning my strings too much. I didn't keep my volleys simple enough. I would turn them just a little bit too much and I'd pop them out, right? Try and keep your volleys as flat as possible. Don't make things harder for yourself. Right? Just because it looks like people are swinging on TV or doing all sorts of crazy things. First of all, they're experts, so they may be doing that in some situations, but second of all, a lot of times they aren't, right? A lot of times that's just seeing it on TV. You're not actually seeing the mechanics of their swings and how flat they're swinging and how simple they're actually keeping their swings. No, I just have to get it out of the way. All right guys, biggest recommendation I can give you is the person up at the baseline. Make sure that you're actually working your feet. You're working on shortening up those swings or making sure you hit the appropriate shot. That's actually my favorite thing to work on when I'm the person at the baseline, is hitting the appropriate shot at the appropriate time. People get too tempted to just blast the ball at the volleyer every time, no matter what position they're in. Don't do that. Be the person that continually gets it back to them in a difficult or appropriate position. If they hit a really good volley, right, or even if they shank it, whatever happens, where you have to run to it, don't try and sprint to it and just blast it by them, right? Because most likely that ball is going to go flying. Try and hit an appropriate slice. Try and pop it up a bit. Try and make it back in the court. Okay, if it's more in position in the middle, really work your feet, get that ball back in. That's one of the best things you can do as a baseliner. And another thing, run for everything, right? Don't be that person that just lets every ball go, right? Because you're wasting the other person's time and you're wasting your own time. Just get to it while you're practicing. Practice.